UFO alien disclosure. 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 Let's go.
Today we're tackling something pretty big. Catastrophic disclosure.
Yeah.
So that's that what-if scenario, you know? Where, boom, undeniable proof of aliens just lands right in our laps. We're not even going to debate if they exist, but rather, what happens if we suddenly all knew for sure?
Yeah. What happens to us, to our institutions, to the world?
Yeah. Like, how would everything change?
It's a fascinating concept.
Right. It'd be like, I don't know, finding out some huge family secret, you know, one that just changes your whole perspective on your history, your family.
Exactly. Challenges everything you thought you knew.
And we're going to look at how that revelation could shake things up.
Right.
Everywhere, from religion to the economy to, like, even our own minds.
Absolutely. You mentioned you were especially interested in the effects on AI.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We'll have to get to that.
Yeah, we should definitely explore that.
Okay, so first things first, right? Got to define catastrophic disclosure.
Right.
What are we really talking about here?
Well, at its core, it's the idea that information that could completely disrupt our world, you know, like just imagine irrefutable proof of alien life.
Wow,
Or technology that's like light years ahead of anything we have.
Totally.
Or even evidence of secret programs we've never even imagined. And all that suddenly and maybe even uncontrollably released to the public.
No easing into it.
Right. It's the difference between, like, you know, a slow drip of information and a burst dam.
A burst dam, that's a good way to put it. I know there are people like Dr. Stephen Greer who advocate for more, managed disclosure.
Right, a more gradual approach.
Yeah.
Greer and others who support that kind of approach argue that just, dumping all the truth on everyone at once could lead to mass panic and chaos.
Right.
They believe that preparing the public is essential for a more rational response.
Yeah, it makes you think about how society reacts to new technology. Like, remember the early days of the internet?
Oh, yeah.
All that fear and excitement, maybe taking it slow, the way to go. But, well, catastrophic kind of implies we don't get that slow rollout.
Exactly. Catastrophic disclosure suggests that we're caught completely off guard.
Yeah.
That our institutions, our governments, even our own personal belief systems, they're suddenly confronted with this massive reality-altering truth.
Okay, so then that brings us to religion, right? For a lot of people, faith is like this cornerstone of their lives. But how would different religions react to proof, undeniable proof of alien life?
It's hard to say for sure.
Yeah.
But it's a question that theologians have actually been thinking about for decades. Some faiths might be able to, integrate that knowledge, see it as further evidence of a creator.
Oh, interesting.
While others might really struggle to reconcile it with their existing beliefs.
Yeah.
Reconcile it with their doctrines.
I can already imagine the debates, like some groups interpreting these aliens as, I don't know, angels or messengers or something.
Right.
And others, just really grappling with what it means for humanity's place in the universe.
It's a huge question.
The potential for both unity and division is just massive.
Absolutely. I mean, you could see a surge in, new religious movements.
Wow.
Reinterpretations of old scriptures.
Right.
And a strengthening or a weakening of faith, depending on how individuals interpret it all.
It's fascinating. And we haven't even gotten to the economics of it all. What if this alien tech just totally, upends our systems? Like, what if they have a way to make solar power 100 times more efficient?
You're talking about a whole different level of disruption.
Right.
A discovery like that could completely overturn the geopolitical landscape as we know it.
Yeah.
Suddenly, oil-producing nations lose their leverage. Renewable energy companies become these new economic giants.
Oh, wow.
And countries that have invested heavily in things like solar infrastructure find themselves with, a huge strategic advantage.
Wow, I hadn't thought about the geopolitical stuff in that much detail.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
It's like the whole global game of chess. The rules just change overnight.
Precisely. And the economic ramifications would be felt by everyone.
Yeah.
Global trade, currency values, resource allocation, every aspect of the global economy would be thrown into a state of flux.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And what about jobs?
Right.
And automation? Like, what if this alien tech can do things that we rely on humans for?
That's a crucial point.
Yeah.
We could be talking about mass job displacement in certain sectors.
Oh.
While at the same time, entirely new fields emerge that we can't even conceive of right now.
Yeah. Yeah. That leads to an interesting question for you, listener. How might your job, your industry, be affected by something like this?
It really does make you think, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really puts things into perspective.
It does.
I mean, it's one thing to talk about the global impact, but to think about how it could change your daily life. That's when it gets real.
Yeah, it really hits home.
It does. It really does.
Yeah, it really does make you think about like where you fit in all of this.
Right.
And that kind of leads us to another big piece of catastrophic disclosure.
Right.
The psychological impact.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we're talking about a potential paradigm shift.
Yeah.
Like how we understand ourselves, our place in the universe.
It's like our brains would be working overtime, trying to process this whole new reality.
Yeah.
I remember reading about cognitive dissonance, that feeling you get when you come across information that like totally contradicts what you believe.
Right.
It's like your brain just like short circuits.
Yeah, it goes into error mode, trying to reconcile that conflict.
And in a situation like catastrophic disclosure, wouldn't we see that on a huge scale?
Oh, absolutely.
Like a societal level?
Yeah, you could see denial, fear, even social fragmentation. All very real possibilities.
It's like everything you thought you knew is suddenly up for debate.
Yeah.
And on a global scale, I mean, that's got to be destabilizing.
For sure. We could see, a spike in anxiety disorders, stress-related illnesses, even societal breakdowns.
Wow.
As people grapple with this new reality, think about the impact on, say, the art world. How would artists express this monumental shift, this new understanding of the universe?
Yeah. Would we see like a resurgence of existentialist themes or something?
Possibly. Maybe a move toward abstract expressionism.
Right.
Or something entirely new that we can't even imagine yet.
Yeah.
It's fascinating to think about.
And it makes you wonder how other creative fields would be affected, like music, literature. Would we see a wave of dystopian novels?
Maybe.
Alien-themed operas?
It's possible.
Or maybe like a resurgence of ancient myths and spiritual traditions.
It's certainly possible.
As people search for meaning.
Yeah, after all, art often reflects the anxieties and aspirations of its time.
That's true.
And in a world grappling with extraterrestrial life, I mean, those anxieties and aspirations would be profound.
Okay, so we've got religion in upheaval, the economy potentially reshaping, people struggling with like a whole new understanding of reality. What about governments?
Oh, yeah.
How would they react?
That's where things could get, really unpredictable.
Yeah.
Governments are inherently concerned with maintaining order, control.
Right.
Faced with mass panic or unrest. I mean, we could see a real tightening of security measures, restrictions on information flow, even attempts to suppress the truth entirely.
Oh, I can see that happening. Move along, nothing to see here, just a minor cosmic hiccup.
Exactly.
But wouldn't there also be this race to understand and control this new technology?
Absolutely. There could be a global scramble to reverse engineer it.
Right.
Potentially leading to, a whole new arms race. Maybe even the emergence of new forms of warfare. Imagine, for instance, weapons that utilize principles of physics beyond our current understanding.
That's a chilling thought.
It is.
It almost makes our current conflicts seem, I don't know, petty.
Insignificant.
Yeah, but wouldn't it also create opportunities for collaboration?
Potentially, yeah.
Like, wouldn't countries have to work together?
Yeah, we could see a new era of international cooperation.
Right.
Nations pooling their resources, their expertise to study this new technology.
Okay.
It might even lead to, the formation of new global institutions specifically focused on managing this extraterrestrial contact.
So there's a chance that this could actually bring humanity closer,
It's possible.
faced with this common threat.
Catastrophic disclosure could force us to reevaluate our priorities, as a species, recognizing our shared humanity in the face of the cosmos.
That's the optimistic way to look at it.
It is.
And I have to admit, that's kind of reassuring. But But there's still the question of how we as individuals cope with a revelation like this, you know? How do we reconcile our beliefs, our values with the existence of alien life? Especially if, as you said before, they have technology that's so far beyond our own.
That's where the psychological impact really comes back into play.
Yeah.
We would need to develop, new frameworks for understanding our place in the universe.
Right.
New ethical guidelines for interacting with these beings.
Yeah.
And maybe most importantly, new ways of coping with the existential anxiety that a discovery like this would definitely trigger.
It makes you wonder if our current psychological models and therapies would even be adequate
That's a valid concern.
for this kind of collective trauma.
Yeah. We might need entirely new approaches to mental health care,
Wow.
incorporating insights from fields like cosmology, philosophy, even spirituality, to help people process the implications of this encounter.
Okay. So we've talked about potential societal collapse, economic upheaval, now a global existential crisis.
Right.
Is there anything that wouldn't be touched by this?
It's hard to imagine anything remaining untouched. Our education systems would need to be completely revamped,
Wow.
legal frameworks rewritten,
Yeah.
our social norms reevaluated, even our understanding of history would need to be revised. In light of this new knowledge.
It's like hitting a giant cosmic reset button.
Exactly.
Forced to re-examine everything.
Everything.
It's terrifying and exhilarating.
It is.
Yeah.
And that's what makes catastrophic disclosure such a compelling concept to explore.
Yeah.
It forces us to confront the limits of our knowledge, the fragility of our beliefs, and the incredible potential for both growth and destruction that lies within us as a species.
We've painted a pretty intense picture here.
Yeah.
A lot of potential downsides. But before we wrap up, I'd love to explore the flip side of this. What are some of the positive things that could happen? I mean, there's got to be some good that could come out of this, right?
Of course. I mean, amidst all this potential for disruption, there's also this amazing opportunity for positive change.
Oh, okay.
Think about the scientific advancements, right?
Yeah.
If we suddenly had access to alien technology,
Right.
diseases that we've been fighting for centuries,
Yeah.
gone, eradicated,
Wow.
clean energy,
Uh-huh.
readily available,
Okay.
and space travel.
Yeah.
Maybe as common as hopping on a plane is today.
It's like opening up this treasure chest of knowledge,
Yeah.
innovation.
Yeah. we could jump centuries ahead in terms of technological progress.
And wouldn't it also reignite this passion for scientific inquiry?
For sure.
I mean, just trying to understand this alien tech
Right.
would push the boundaries of physics, chemistry, biology.
Every field would be revolutionary.
Every field, yeah.
We might finally unlock the secrets to, faster than light travel,
Wow.
teleportation,
Yeah.
even time manipulation.
It's mind-boggling.
The possibilities are endless.
And beyond just the science, wouldn't it force us to confront these big philosophical questions?
Of course.
Like the meaning of life,
Right.
consciousness, our place in the universe.
Absolutely.
Right.
I mean, encountering another intelligent civilization would challenge that anthropocentric view we have.
Right.
Force us to reconsider our place in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
It could lead to a much deeper understanding of our own humanity
Okay.
and a greater appreciation for all life, in the universe.
It's like we'd be graduating to this new level of awareness, expanding our consciousness beyond Earth.
Exactly.
And wouldn't that change how we relate to each other too?
Yeah.
If we knew we weren't alone, wouldn't our differences down here seem less important?
Potentially, yeah.
Right.
Catastrophic disclosure could foster a real sense of global unity.
Right.
Shared purpose, transcending our political, religious, cultural divides. We might finally see that we're all part of this one human family.
Yeah.
Sharing this tiny planet.
It's like that famous pale blue dot picture
Yeah.
where Earth is just this tiny speck
A little speck.
in this vastness.
Yeah.
Maybe seeing ourselves like that, but this time knowing we're not alone would finally push us to get over our differences.
It's a hopeful vision.
Yeah.
And one that's, worth striving for.
It is.
Catastrophic disclosure, for all its potential challenges, it also gives us this unique opportunity to reimagine our future.
Yeah.
As a species,
Mm-hmm.
to evolve, to create a world where science, spirituality, a respect for life.
Yeah.
All of that guides our actions.
It's a lot to think about.
It is.
But inspiring.
It is.
This deep dive has really given me a whole new way of looking at things. The possibilities, good and bad.
Right.
If we were to meet, to encounter an alien civilization, it's a good reminder that the universe is full of mysteries, and we're still exploring.
Well said. And as we continue to explore, both out there in the cosmos,
yeah,
it's important to remember that the most important discoveries, they might not be out there on some distant planet.
Right.
But within us, within our own consciousness.
That's a powerful thought to end on.
It is.
So, to our listener, thank you for joining us on this journey into catastrophic disclosure. We hope this deep dive sparked your curiosity, and got you thinking about the possibilities that are out there for humanity.
The vast possibilities.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.
UFO alien disclosure. UFO alien disclosure. UFO alien disclosure. UFO alien disclosure. Let's go.